and today I want to talk about something that silently destroys more dreams than failure ever could. More dreams than rejection, more dreams than lack of talent, more dreams than bad luck. And that thing is the comfort zone. The comfort zone is dangerous because it doesn't look dangerous. It doesn't attack you. It doesn't scare you. It doesn't announce itself as the enemy. Instead, it whispers. It tells you that you're fine where you are. It tells you that tomorrow is a better day to start. It tells you that you have plenty of time. It tells you to wait until you're ready. It tells you to stay safe. And while you're listening, your dreams are slowly dying. Not because you aren't capable, not because you don't have potential, but because potential means nothing when it remains unused. Think about this for a moment. Inside every human being is a version of themselves that most people never meet. A stronger version, a wiser version, a braver version, a more successful version, a version capable of achieving extraordinary things. But that version lives outside the comfort zone, and most people never go there. Most people spend their entire lives negotiating with fear instead of confronting it. Most people spend years making excuses instead of making progress. Most people choose familiarity over possibility. And that's why most people live ordinary lives while dreaming extraordinary dreams. Because dreams require movement. Dreams require risk. Dreams require discomfort. Dreams require growth. And growth has never happened inside a comfort zone. Never. Think about every major achievement in your life, every victory, every breakthrough, every lesson, every accomplishment, every moment that made you stronger. Did it happen when everything was easy? Did it happen when you were comfortable? Did it happen when you avoided challenges? No. It happened when you were tested. It happened when you struggled. It happened when you were uncertain. It happened when you stepped into the unknown. Because growth and comfort cannot exist in the same place. One must be sacrificed for the other. You can choose comfort or you can choose growth, but you cannot choose both. And that is one of the hardest truths in life. Many people say they want success, but very few people want the discomfort that success requires. Everyone wants confidence. Few people want to experience the fear necessary to build confidence. Everyone wants strength. Few people want the struggle necessary to build strength. Everyone wants greatness. Few people want the sacrifice necessary to achieve greatness. The world celebrates winners, but the world rarely talks about what winners had to endure before they won. The lonely mornings, the exhausting nights, the uncertainty, the criticism, the failures, the setbacks, the moments when nobody believed in them, the moments when they doubted themselves, the moments when quitting seemed easier than continuing. Those moments happen outside the comfort zone. That is where champions are built. That is where leaders are forged. That is where dreams become reality. And yet, every day, millions of people wake up and choose comfort. Not because they're weak, not because they're incapable, but because comfort feels safe, and the human mind loves safety. Your brain is designed to protect you. Thousands of years ago, survival depended on avoiding danger. But here's the problem. Your brain often treats growth like danger. It treats public speaking like danger. It treats starting a business like danger. It treats changing your life like danger. It treats taking risks like danger, even when those risks could completely transform your future. That's why stepping outside your comfort zone feels uncomfortable. That's why it feels scary. That's why it feels difficult, because your brain is trying to keep you safe. But safety and greatness rarely live in the same place. Let me tell you something powerful. Everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. Think about that. Everything. The confidence you want, the success you want, the freedom you want, the relationships you want, the financial future you want, the life you dream about. It's waiting for you. But there is a price, and that price is discomfort. Most people are unwilling to pay it. That is why most people never achieve their dreams. Imagine a bird sitting inside an egg. The egg feels safe. The egg feels familiar. The egg feels comfortable. But if the bird stays inside the egg forever, it dies. To live, it must break through. To grow, it must leave safety behind. To fly, it must leave comfort behind. The same is true for you. Your comfort zone may feel safe, but if you stay there forever, your dreams die, your potential dies, your future dies, your possibilities die. You were not created to remain where you started. You were not born to live beneath your potential. You were not given talents, abilities, intelligence, creativity, and ambition just to play small. You were born to grow. You were born to evolve. You were born to become more than you are today. But growth demands courage, and courage is not the absence of fear. Let's be clear about that. Courage is not being fearless. Courage is acting despite fear. The bravest people in the world feel fear. They simply refuse to let fear make their decisions. And that's the difference. Fear says, what if I fail? Courage says, what if I succeed? Fear says, stay where it's safe. Courage says, become who you're meant to be. Fear says, you might lose. Courage says, you'll definitely lose if you never try. Every dream begins with a decision to move, a decision to act, a decision to stop waiting, a decision to stop hiding, a decision to stop making excuses, a decision to leave comfort behind. Because no one is coming to rescue your dreams, no one is coming to build your future for you, no one is coming to do the work for you. The responsibility belongs to you, and that responsibility is empowering. Because it means your future is still in your hands, not your past, not your circumstances, not your fears, not other people's opinions. Your future is determined by the actions you choose today, right now, in this moment. Many people spend years waiting for motivation, but motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel motivated, some days you won't. The people who change their lives don't wait for motivation. They develop discipline, and discipline is what carries you beyond your comfort zone. Discipline wakes up when motivation is asleep. Discipline works when emotions disappear. Discipline continues when excuses appear. Discipline keeps moving when progress is slow. And eventually, discipline creates the results that motivation only talks about. Think about the people you admire, the entrepreneurs, the athletes, the leaders, the innovators, the visionaries. Do you think they became successful by staying comfortable? Absolutely not. They embraced discomfort, they embraced uncertainty, they embraced challenges, they embraced growth. While others were looking for easy paths, they were building stronger versions of themselves. That's the secret. Success isn't really about achieving something. Success is about becoming someone, the person capable of achieving the dream. And becoming that person requires transformation. Transformation requires discomfort. There is no shortcut. There is no magic formula. There is no easy path. There is only growth is uncomfortable. But let me tell you something beautiful. The discomfort of growth is temporary. The regret of never trying can last a lifetime. Imagine yourself years from now. Imagine looking back on your life. What would hurt more? Trying and failing, or never trying at all? Most people think failure is painful. And yes, failure hurts, but regret hurts far more. Failure teaches, failure strengthens, failure develops wisdom. Regret simply haunts. Regret whispers at night. Regret asks questions that can never be answered. What if? What could have happened? Who could I have become? What dream could I have achieved? How different could my life have been? Don't let your future be filled with those questions. Don't let comfort steal the life you were meant to live. Don't let fear write your story. You write your story. You decide what happens next. You decide whether this year looks like last year. You decide whether your dreams remain dreams. You decide whether your potential remains hidden. You decide whether your future expands or shrinks. And every decision matters. Every action matters. Every day matters. The truth is that extraordinary lives are built through ordinary acts of courage, repeated consistently. One difficult conversation, one bold decision, one new challenge, one uncomfortable action, one step outside the comfort zone, then another, then another, then another, until one day you look back and realize you've become someone completely different, stronger, wiser, braver, more capable, more resilient, more confident, not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. That's what happens when you leave the comfort zone. You discover who you really are. You discover strengths you never knew existed. You discover resilience you never knew you possessed. You discover possibilities you never imagined. And most importantly, you discover that you were capable all along. The limits were never real. The barriers were never permanent. The fear was never as powerful as it seemed. The only thing standing between you and growth was the decision to begin. So today, I challenge you. I challenge you to do something uncomfortable. Make the phone call, start the project, launch the business, write the book, Apply for the opportunity, take the class, have the conversation, face the fear, take the first step. Not next week, not next month, not next year. Today, because dreams don't work unless you do. Potential doesn't matter unless it's used. Talent doesn't matter unless it's developed. Ideas don't matter unless they're executed. And dreams don't become reality until someone is willing to leave comfort behind. Remember this, comfort zones feel safe, but they are often prisons disguised as protection. They keep you safe from failure, but they also keep you safe from success. They keep you safe from rejection, but they also keep you safe from growth. They keep you safe from disappointment, but they also keep you safe from achievement. And eventually, the walls become invisible. You stop realizing you're trapped. You call it stability, you call it security, you call it being realistic. But deep down, you know the truth. You know you're capable of more. You know there is another level waiting for you. You know there is a dream inside you that refuses to die. Listen to that voice. Trust that voice. Follow that voice, because that voice is pointing toward your future. That voice is calling you beyond comfort. That voice is calling you toward growth. That voice is calling you toward greatness. The road won't be easy. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be moments when you question everything. But every challenge you overcome will make you stronger. Every obstacle you face will build resilience. Every fear you conquer will increase confidence. Every step forward will create momentum. And one day, the life that once seemed impossible will become your reality. Not because you got lucky, not because circumstances were perfect, not because the journey was easy, but because you had the courage to leave your comfort zone. And that courage changed everything. So stand up, rise up, believe in yourself. Trust your potential, embrace discomfort, welcome growth, face fear, take action, and never forget, the comfort zone may feel safe today, but if you stay there long enough, it will cost you the future you were meant to have. Your dreams are waiting, your future is waiting, your potential is waiting, your greatness is waiting. The question is not whether you are capable. The question is not whether the dream is possible. The question is not whether success exists. The real question is, are you willing to leave your comfort zone to claim it? Because the moment you do, your transformation begins, and your dreams finally have a chance to live.